What's going on, YouTube? Back with another crazy cart video. If you're looking over here, you can probably guess, or if you read the title, what we're going to be doing today. Finally going to be getting rid of this stock setup on the crazy cart and upgrading it to the charged up 4,000 watt brushless kit. I've been very excited to get this started, so let's hop straight into it. So we're going to start by removing the battery. It has a bracket that holds it down, so you're going to need to come to the right side of the cart, take off the star nut, and then come to the left side of the cart and take off the Allen key. Should just pop right off. Battery will slide out, and there should be a plug back there to disconnect it. All right, so I got the controller and battery out. I'm actually gonna go ahead and remove the front wheel first so I can take off the chain and loosen that and then let the motor drop freely. So I'll be back after I do that. I reevaluated. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just take off this whole piece with these 3 here and the 4 here. And then it'll come off as one piece and it'll be a lot easier, a lot smaller than a whole crazy cart. All right, so now that they're in 2 pieces, it's gonna be much easier to work on this. Much lighter, you get a lot easier access on it, all around better. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and pop the tire off to take the chain off first. I'm gonna have to take the 2 cover screws. Yours might come with 3. I took this one out and left it out so I don't have to deal with it every time I change a tire. But then once that pops out, we'll go ahead and undo the 2 16mm nuts that hold the wheel in to the axle, and we'll go from there. All right, so I got the wheel off, got the chain off. Now I'm gonna go ahead, before I take off the motor, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the old on-off switch and the charging port. Take that silicone off. This should just screw off, and this one has tabs on both ends to pop off. So do that real quick, and then we'll go ahead and pop this off. All right, so we got it completely stripped now. I'm gonna go ahead and take my controller and the factory 2 Allen keys that it comes with, and we're gonna go ahead and mount it up with the factory holes that it comes with. All right, now that you got your sprocket and chain put on there, make sure that you move the tensioner up to here and then place it down so it's on the right spot on your chain. Now we're gonna go ahead and run the bolts through and mount it up. We'll go ahead and leave it loose just so we have a good mounting point for it, and then we'll go on from there. All right, so just real quick before I mount it to the car, I wanted to show, you really wanna make sure that your sprocket tensioner is all in alignment so it's not gonna be hitting on the edge there or anything like that. And cause premature wear on any of the parts, actually. Along with, it may be a good idea, if possible, if you have any grease, put just a bit of grease on there. Not anything crazy, just the slightest amount of grease so it slides nicely and has no issues. All right, now that I have everything mounted all up, it's all good to be plugged in electrically. We're gonna go ahead and take our new 3-pin throttle cable plug and plug it into the 6-pin. We're gonna plug it into the top 3. The bottom 2 are no longer in use, so just the top row is gonna be plugged in. Then we're gonna go ahead and grab this electrical, and we'll go from there. So let me go ahead and plug that in, and we'll get that. All right, so we plugged that in. I went ahead and took a zip tie based off his videos shown, and I'm gonna mount the wires here, and I'm gonna run the new 3 wires up through where the old existing motor wires were, and then we'll go from there on how to run it so the excess doesn't get caught in the fork. All right, guys, so it's actually been some time since that last clip. I was actually having a difficult time learning how to get this to route so it wouldn't get caught inside of the stopper, and I finally got it. So it's nice and smooth in there. Got it zip tied in a couple different places. I've now moved on to getting the excess wire wrapped away cleanly, plugging in our hall wire. The throttle is already plugged in, and we have to now do the power switch. So let's finish that up and get this thing running. Okay, so finally we have everything hooked up. We got all the electrical ran to the controller. Everything's ran comfortably around the forks so nothing rips up. All right, guys, so the last video got cut short because my phone died. We got it fully installed, got the battery mounted. This is the first try on this new setup on the kit. I have no idea what it's like. It's my first reaction.